Hawaiian Airlines has announced it's lifting its COVID-19 vaccination requirement for employees, making it the last airline carrier to do so in the U.S. KITV4's Jeremy Lee has been following the story. He joined us now live. And Jeremy, you spoke with those who have been barred from returning to their jobs.
That's right, Mika. Now, Hawaiian Airlines has issued a change of policy, and it means vaccinations for employees are no longer required. But that doesn't mean everybody can return to work. Just those who signed a form that they would enter a leave of absence program, only to return once they got vaccinated. But now it's a moot point. Some Hawaiian Airlines workers opted into a leave of absence program last year by signing this acknowledgement, but it warns if you remain unvaccinated and do not have an approved reasonable accommodation, you would be terminated after a year. But now that requirement is no more. Those on leave of absence are welcome back regardless, but what about those who wouldn't sign for possible termination?
Because I didn't sign that leave of absence paper, I'm terminated. They should welcome back everyone.
Many say there was confusion and several versions of the documents. They applied for a religious exemption rather than sign a form that said,
if I wanted to return to active work, that I would need to take the vaccination before I returned, and I felt like that was against my religious beliefs. So I couldn't sign the form.
But few exemptions were given. Those who did sign on can go back to work with seniority in place, but those who didn't opt into the leave of absence program were terminated. A spokesperson for Hawaiian Airlines told KITV, those who separated employment with Hawaiian rather than accept a leave of absence will not be reinstated, but are welcome to apply for open positions as new hires. While their previous work experience will be considered, their seniority cannot be reinstated. Having to start over as a new hire is daunting for some.
Now Hawaiian Airlines has put us in a different class again because they terminated me. I didn't quit. I didn't walk away from my job. I stood for my faith.
Which has come at a cost. These workers and others hope Hawaiian is still evolving their position.
What I would pray is that, like that line from Lilo and Stitch, which, ohana means family, and family means that no one is left behind. Nobody deserves that.
I received an email just now from a worker that has been with the airline since 1994. She and others want to be welcomed back without losing the seniority they have worked so hard for, especially now that the vaccination ordeal has again become moot. I asked Hawaiian Airlines if it will continue to consider any accommodation to let those terminated opt back in. That question is still unanswered. Reporting live, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.